No, no can do. Oh, what's the lighting doing today? I had good light on the other thing. I don't know what's going on. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Be So Light. I'm going to raise this up a little bit. So behind me is my altar to my friend, Deb. So I wanted to come on and talk. I just finished doing the Zoom. And my intention was to just post the Zoom access so that people from her Facebook page could come and do a candle ceremony and be on that energy and to talk about their connection with Deb and to share that. So this morning, my day started off with the sun coming in really bright as I watch my whole window go completely white. And then it kind of dimmed a little bit, and then it went super white again. And I was just looking at it, and I said, "Oh, that was a flash." Okay, so it went really bright white. Okay, then I'm looking at it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm looking at it, and then next thing I know, it really went white, like white. And I said, "Oh my God, that was a big one. Oh wow, look at that light." So I said, "That's a lot of codes coming in." So I get up but let me back up a little bit. Can I tell you a story? Can I tell you a story about a priestess? Can I tell you a story about another priestess and what happened on a Saturday? So I had this knowing I was going to go to Shasta real soon. And I thought it was fitting that I was going to go with a friend of mine's, Tara, that we haven't been up to Shasta in a long time because life gets crazy. Things happen, and we're all in different places and directions. And it was just kind of weird. We just couldn't make it work. And it was always something going on because now she's retired from Safeway. I had to say it like that. It feels good to say that because that company, Safeway, has been getting in the way of our relationship. so, so it has. Anyway, um, I I was happy she finally retired, and she says, I want to go up to Shasta one last time, because I got some things going on in my life, and she's going to be moving out of the state of California, which is so cool. And I was honoring that, and I said, cool. And one thing that was still bothering me is my friend Deb was still on life support and in a coma, and the surgeries and everything didn't work. And the family is doing everything. And Deb and I have been through so many things in nursing. We watch families do all their stuff and their processing. And it all comes down to this. Did we do everything that we needed to do to make sure that we won't carry the guilt of, carrying the guilt that you didn't do enough? We always will say that to ourselves, that we didn't do enough. I think for me, I kind of looked at it and I said, I was kind of saying to myself, gosh, why didn't I do more deeper spiral line on her? And it was kind of like I wasn't supposed to. As light workers, sometimes we blame ourselves and we try to figure out if we should be doing something or not do something, or why didn't it work, or why did it not work, and da 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 da. And I can honestly say since April 23rd, I think it was, when she had this massive stroke. And went unconscious, never came back. My body the next day just went into hive mode, and I've never experienced hives like this. Usually, go to Oklahoma, get bit by a couple of bugs and spiders out there and break out, and it's over with in a few days. No problem. Got that down. This was, and still is, going through a healing process. And part of it was because I was not allowing myself to process. I was trying to stay strong for everybody else and be there for everybody else while they were processing. And I would have my little minutes of breakdowns here and there, and but I wouldn't allow myself I wouldn't allow myself to really get in there and just let it go. And I think part of it was because I just kind of get tired of, you know what it is? And Be So Light is Be So Light for a reason, because we come here and we speak our truth. Now, there are some people that are mad at me right now because they feel like I was tapping on them or making them upset. No, I was making a point. And I really wanted, the last video I did, I really wanted to talk and get that off my chest, because I get tired of holding some things in, and I get tired of where I cannot go express myself. Sometimes I want to just say it, and I should be allowed to just say it. But no, I gotta, kind of just be and, try to be high vibe and blah, 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 Sometimes I just want to say how I feel and let the chips fall where they may. That's just how it is. Other people do it all the time. They don't give a damn about how anybody else feeling. They say all kind of stuff and they just let it go. But here's the thing. I stand in my truth. And I know for a fact when people get mad at me and they say things like, "Oh, the truth comes out." And it has nothing to do with the truth comes out. I've been standing in my truth the whole time. And what happens when a lot of people stand in their truth and they say their truth, other people who are not standing in their truth, they get upset. They get angry because they know they are not standing in their truth. They know that some kind of way, whatever you're saying is messing with them and they can't handle that. So I'm not picking and naming anybody and saying anything, but that was not my intention to make that person feel that way. It was to get my expression out. And that's how I feel. Like right now, my expression out. Whatever you have going on, you want to get your expression out. How many times do we all get in the cars and we have these long ass conversations with ourselves, yelling and screaming down the highway and streets and stuff, talking about our jobs, talking about relationships that aren't going well, talking about all this crazy shenanigans stuff going on this planet. Hell, going in trying to buy groceries and price keeps going up and up and up and up and up and up when all they're doing is price gouging us. You know, don't you just want the stuff to just be over with? I sure the hell do. And you know what? When I went on Saturday, I knew there was a reason why I was going up there, because I brought my drum, I brought my sacred medicines with me, I did some healing medicine work up there, and then I did my drumming ceremony and bridging of light for my friend Deb. And I knew when the wind came up and I could barely get through that second song I was singing, I knew she was going to be crossing real soon. Everything was finally going to come to an end. And finally, today it came to an end. To wake up and to finally see her a message that she's finally crossing over. I was like, thank you. So let's look at the date. And it's one of my favorite numbers because if you don't know the power of number nine, you'll know the power of number nine now. So today is May 5th. Okay, so May, number five energy. Then today's 15th, so that's a six. So the five and the six is an 11. All right, all right, all right. Now you take and you put the year, which adds up to a seven, add that to that, comes out to 18. Add the one and an eight, comes out to a nine. She's done. She's complete. She's finished. Done. Finito. Boom. She's done. She's finished. And it was so weird because I'm like, whoa, you picked a good time to have everything fall into place and you left on a nine energy. That was her sign. I'm not coming back doing this. I'm not doing this stuff. I'm done. That is awesome when you know in your spirit when you're done. And you have the say when you're leaving and you're done. And she's done. But there's this human side that comes in over me. And it says, you're so lucky. Because what does it really mean? And I just had this discussion before coming on here. And we were talking about free spirit. What is the definition of a free spirit? And it was the way Tara said it to me. She was right on the money. Free spirit means you no longer are a prisoner of abiding by artificial rules that have been governing our lives down here in falsified light. Inverted. Let me just add that in. With a whole bunch of freaking xenomorphs running around here doing all this shenanigans. Now, you all know the story about me and Deb going in dimensionally and fighting spiritual warfare dimensionally. And I don't know how it's going to be now, me going in, if I'm ever called back in to do any more of that. It's going to feel kind of different. Yes, thank you so much. And I look at this day and I'm like, wow, this is so cool. So then my human side jumps in and I start saying to myself, I gotta, I gotta put something together. My intention, set the intention. How can I be of service? Okay, let me put something up on our Facebook page. I'll do a candle ceremony, keep it simple. I'll book out my time, depending on how many people come. And just a few showed up. And I think there might have been problems with the trying to get on, but I picked it because I thought it would be easier for people to try to get in Zoom instead of coming over here on YouTube doing it, and then I have to play around with the algorithms of AI. Anyway, like you're starting to see me kind of like process right now because let me tell you, last night to get to this point today, last night was hell. My nervous system had flared up again. And it was almost like my spirit knew something was going on, but couldn't really, because I was so busy scratching myself to death. When you have hives, and it's all that stuff that's underneath my skin, my emotions bubbling up and saying, I just want to release this, and get this stuff out. I'm so glad you guys let me be like this with you. Thank you so much for accepting me for who the hell I am, you know, um, and not knocking me for being in my truth. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm going to say it like it is. And some of you need to hear it. That's all there is to that. Hell, I'm 57 years old. I have time on this planet. I'm not in my 60s yet. I'm getting there. But right now, I have that energy and that time of everything in place where I'm trying to be of service, do what I got to do, live my life, be happy. And one of the things that's bothering me right now, and all of us do this shit. I am secretively saying to myself, damn it, why didn't I make the bandana doll for her? Why did I wait? I should have designed the doll. She'd already picked out the color, but she didn't know what I was going to give her. I should have already made it. I could have gave it to her beforehand. And I'm like, and I said, no, I'm going to wait. I'm going to make it for her and give it to her on her birthday. That still bothers me because there's this part of me that's sitting here saying, shit, Flea, why didn't you just make it? What the hell were you waiting for? Because there's this part of me that's said in my mind, I want to give it to her on her birthday, which is in June 8th, to be precise. How many of you wait to do something and you just take it for granted that you're going to be able to do it, you're going to have time, you're going to see that person? This is why it's so important to make things right with people. When you especially know that you intentionally hurt them or something, to make it right. So, Olivia, I'm going to say this to you. I'm very hurt because I get tired of people being in and out of my life. And sometimes I just want to keep people in my life because I get tired of losing them, especially when they just cross over. Deb, I had no warning with her. Like I said before, I was waiting on a phone call to make sure she made it from Wilton back over here to such a site, like she always does. But instead, I get a phone call she's in a hospital bed, in a coma. So I'm going to say this right here, right now. Olivia, I really wish you the best in life. I don't know what else to do differently. But I think I can just only be here when you need to just talk to someone. I'm always here to listen. But I'm never, ever going to stop being in my truth. Because for me to be in my truth means that I wake other people up. That's what we do. I'm a manifestor generator. I'm supposed to push your buttons and make you wake the hell up. That's what I do. And that's how it is. And I'm at one of those places in my life where I just, you know what? I got to keep it moving. I don't have time to get stuck in all the goo. So, and I always make it known here. If I ever made anybody upset or what, I apologize. It wasn't my intention. But here's the thing. I made those things to people and nobody has ever accepted the apology or let me know that he accepted apology. How many people can apologize for stuff and mean it? because I guarantee you a lot of people, they just want that apology. I've talked about that. Deb, she said it like it is. And if you didn't like it, that's you're tough out of shit titty licks. That's it. I have no idea what I just said. I don't know where that came from. Like you're just shit out of luck. You didn't like it too damn bad. She says it like it is. And there's so many people walking around trying to be just so right and be in the balance, be in the like, who gives a fart ass? Shit. Say it like it is and be done with it. But we have to be in a balance and say it without having the wrong kind of energy snapping off. I get that. I really do. I get that. I'm a Capricorn. Moody, can be nice one minute, and I act like I don't know you the next. Yeah, what do? You know, but that's that tail end of me, that water, and then that's that goat part of me that wants to climb the mountain. But I walk around and today I was just in this energy of reflection and thinking about stuff. And I was just in this space. And I reached a point, God help me, I reached a point where I just snapped in the parking lot, putting the groceries in the trunk and said, you know what, damn it, I just don't care no more. I don't. What have I always said on this channel? I said, some people will love you, some people will not. You are not here to please everybody. I'm not here to please everybody. Period. But I am here to be of assistance, to help you in any way that I can be of service to you in a good way. But don't let my sweetness and kindness fool you, because I will tell you if I need to say something. I think it's time where if you need to express yourself, you should be able to express yourself. We've gotten into this society of, oh, don't say that, you might. And I kept hearing this damn song since yesterday, Don't Rock the Boat. And it wasn't playing, but it was like a song that was like a frequency playing in my head, Don't Rock the Boat. And I said, my love is like the ship on the ocean. We were sailing in the Diana ocean. So I like to know it. You like to know, sure. Said I like to know it. You like to know, sure. Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat, don't tip the boat over. Rock the boat. You know what? When I was thinking about that song, I said, isn't that where the bump came in? We were like, bump, bump. We were bump. I kept hearing that damn song, Don't Rock the Boat. Whose boat am I rocking? Am I rocking your boat? Am I rocking my boat? What boat am I rocking? I just don't care. Especially after everything that I've been through. Because, like I said last night, was the worst hives in the world. And I tried to spiral like myself, and I got the codes down just enough, and I was fine. And I laid down, and I said, perfect. I feel good. And then all of a sudden, I had just this flash. I was thinking about stuff, and then boom, full blast. Came back again. I was like, oh my God, I can't get it anchored. So I had to do the unforgivable thing. And I had to take the prednisone. I had to because the swelling was so bad. It was working its way up underneath my jaw and then going out to my eye. And sometimes what happens if everything gets so swollen, you can actually go into anaphylactic shock. You can stop, you have breathing problems. And I said, I just don't feel like going down, getting in an ambulance or going to an ER. So here I am, once again, sitting up at 3 a.m. Can't sleep because I'm having all this emotional, energetic stuff happening to me. And I know others go through this. in some kind of way, shape, or form, when you don't express yourself, you go through an energy that kind of pulls up through you. You know what I'm saying? So, this journey, this lesson with Deb and her crossing, I was so happy to hear that they finally took her off the machine today. Then I decided I was going to get all cray cray and then say, okay, well, let me go ahead and try to help the family with, doing the right priestess thing, packing up some of her stuff, taking the altars down, da 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 da. But the family wants to do that. And I said, you know what? And then the Deb came in really quick and just says, boom, don't worry about that. That's just stuff. Don't worry about that stuff. You have your stuff. Don't worry about this stuff. You don't need to worry about it. It's a nine energy. Be done with it. Let them mingle around with that. And I said, you know what? You're right. So I sent a text back. I said, I'm not worried about this stuff. Go on and do what you need to do. I don't need to be part of that. Da 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 da. I'm happy with the fact that I have Deb's one of her blankets. I have my own hat. I don't know where her hat is. I don't know where her hat went. I'm happy that I have her broom and her prayer stick. That's something I'm sorry. I will not let you just mess over. I won't allow that. Because those are very sacred items. If they're not going to be burned with the person, then someone needs to keep them sacred until the time to pass them on or the time to do ceremony with them comes about. So those items have been on the back porch ever since I took them from the home on the 23rd or 24th. So this has been a process, you know? And, part of my processing is trying to be okay with the fact that I'm not calling her. I had to catch myself a couple of times. Oh, let me text Dad. Oh, let me send her a message on Facebook. I have to break that because that's something that Deb and I did every day. Sometimes 3, 4 times a day, we're calling each other. Did you see this crap on YouTube? Blah, 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 blah. Did you hear about this? Blah, 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 blah. And be laughing our butts off. Laugh so much to where we're running to the bathroom because we don't want to pee on ourselves because we're making so many jokes. I'm going to miss that. You know, I already knew she was gone when I went in and did her last rites. I already knew. The person that was laying in that bed just did not look like that. And then there was this part of me when she had the brain surgery and they were going to release the pressure off the brain. I was hopeful that it was going to work when I already knew she wasn't coming back. But I was still hopeful. Got my friend back again. It's interesting, this thing we call life. How we meet people and journey with people. People come in and out of our lives, showing something about ourselves, teaching us something. Some of it's good, some of it's bad. But you know what? I honestly can say I just try to keep it real and keep it true. And like I said, some of you will love me, some of you will hate me. But I'm not here on this planet here to impress you or get you to like me or anything. I'm just me. I show up and I do just me. And you know what? In my book, that's good enough. I show up and I I do me. Just like you show up and you do you. That's it. Give me some chocolate, give me a horror movie. I don't consent to the energy of it. I just watch it just because I already know how it's going to turn out. It's a horror movie. It always turns out crazy. But, give me a comedy, give me something romantic to watch. Give me a mystery to solve. Give me a paintbrush, something to paint. Give me a pen, something to write. Give me fabric, yarn, something to make. Stitch. Give me a crystal. Let me add a frequency. Give me water. Let me change your life. Yeah. Deb had a beautiful singing voice. And I remember we talked about this in the candle ceremony. And I said, I remember one day I was telling her, you need to go on The Voice. You said, you sing so good, you would have it. You would win. No, girl. I said, come on. You could do it. You could do it. She really started thinking about it. And I was like, yay, she could go on. Oh. Now she can be on The Voice anytime she wants. She could be spiritually coaching somebody, nudging them in the right direction. You I think Deb did a good job with all the patients that we worked side by side as nurses, and we took care of our patients and did doubles together, did nursing management. And we would quit one place, she finds something or I find something, come over here, okay. And we sit and talk and bask in the sun. When I was putting the altar together today to honor Deb, and I just really wanted to keep our theme, our hat. I don't know where her hat is. I don't know where it is. Um, I don't know. I don't know if it was over at Stan's. I don't know if it's in her car. I don't know where her hat is. But I think whoever finds that hat, they need to keep it and they need to honor it. Because I shared that hat. You know, it's interesting. This thing we call life. Being an ordained minister, non-denominational, a priestess, I always have this little saying, yes, I can marry you, I can bless you, and I can bury you. 3 stages. It's interesting. In nursing, I think all I ever wanted to do was make a difference and prevent people from getting sick so they don't have to end up in hospitals and die. And now I actually get to work and do this work. I'm a frequency coach. It's the best description. I'm a frequency spiral light coach. How can I get you to stop spiraling in stuff that is not serving you? Get you to spiral out of it and then reboot you. Yeah, that's what I do. So I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for all your kind words as I was processing, going through my humanness, my inner understanding of myself and what I was processing. I want to say thank you. And sometimes I just don't want to lose any more people in my life. And I know I'm bound to lose some more along the way. It just kind of sucks. Because you got to go through the process. You got to adjust yourself. And this thing of being human, It's a lot. And then trying to be strong for everybody. So now I get to relax, I get to process and be. And I hope that anyone that's a part of the Be So Light tribe, whatever you're going through right now, whatever's hurting you, you know, I hope you're able to process. And I'm going to say it once again, Olivia, I love you to pieces, but I just need you to find your way. And I need you to do it where you're happy, where you're happy, wherever you are in this world and whatever you're doing. You're good at what you do and you're talented, very talented. Sometimes you just need to just step into that 100%. And that's something I learned from Kate in Paradise. Because you know what? It's not freaking easy to step into yourself and go do your purpose. Sometimes it's a challenge. It brings up stuff. I want to get paid for what I do. Okay, I'll let this go. I'll do it for free. You get tired of that. And then you get people that come into your space, they want your medicine all the time and don't want to pay you because now they built up a relationship with you. So now they think they don't need to pay you. That's the worst. I hate that. That's the worst. Got some lessons on that one. That was terrible. I did not enjoy those experiences. You know what I'm saying? So I say to all of you, be your light, stay in your truth, and don't settle for anything that is not good for you. Don't just settle. So many times we settle for shit. Stop settling. Raise that freaking bar up there. Be that freaking diamond under pressure where you know you deserve more. Be that. Aim for that. This experience today, I did the last rites on her when she went down. Now I did the candle ceremony and I opened it up. Those that came, great, thank you. I personally am not going to the funeral. I don't have to. I don't need to. I did all my things and everything that I needed. This is a 9 energy. I'm done. This medicine is complete. Everything's complete. I did my part. I showed up. I did my part. And that's it. And that's good in my heart. I can lay my head down tonight and I know I did. I did good. So I don't come up here to piss anybody off except the xenomorphs. You know how I feel about them. Let's get ready to rumble. Anyway, but I just want each and every one of you to really be true to yourselves. Don't settle. Never settle. When we settle, there's this part of us that says, I don't think I deserve to get anything more, so I'm just going to fucking settle. I'm going to just take what I can. Why? What do? Why? Don't settle. Don't settle unless you're looking at it from a point of view of you're going to use it for something to get ahead in a different way. If you're going to use it for leverage, like a stepping stone to get to your next stage, okay. But don't settle for messed up men who don't respect you. Don't settle for messed up bosses who don't respect you. They look at their employees as a dime a dozen. Those kind of bosses. Ugh. Terrible. um, don't settle. If you treat yourself with that divine love and you know you deserve better and you walk that like royalty, you be that shit. Now everybody around you, when you emanate that energy, will treat you like that because you don't settle. And that's one thing my friend Deb never did. She never settled. She always made it a different way to kind of help and get to this level, do this. She never settled. She always went more and more and more. And that's all you have to do is just go more and more and more. All right, lovelies. I am done. I'm going to finish drinking my aloe vera juice mixed with lemonade and a little bit of hibiscus. So good. So good. And I'm going to rest and think about my day and give thanks and gratitude to the beloved ancestors. And I'm going to think about what does tomorrow bring? Some bright ass sun and some heat tomorrow on my ass. Oh, it's only May. Can you imagine what it's going to be like by the time we get to July? It's going to be a heat like no other, like you've never seen before. So I hope the xenomorphs are ready because they're about to have a party. That ain't going to be fun for them. Anyway, I had to throw that in there because you know that's how I am. Anyway, because I don't care anymore. I don't care if this my videos go and do this. I don't care because it's all a game. You know, nothing but AI bullshit. I don't care. Um, but what I do care about is I care about you. I care about you being happy. I care about you getting out of situations that aren't good for you. I care about you taking care of yourself. I care about you loving yourself. I care about you knowing you're sacred, knowing that you're divine. I care about that. That's what I care about. The Xenomorphs, I don't care about that. That's it. Let's get brighter and brighter and brighter. And then we can all sing together. So I like to know if you got the motion. Say I like to know if you got the motion. Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat, don't tip the boat over. Rock the boat, don't rock the boat. It's time for me to go sleep, you guys. I only got a few hours of sleep last night. And I'm a little bit crazy right now. Crazy in love with sleep. All right. Be good to yourself. Um, I'll let you know when I'm bringing up some content. I'm going to process. I'm going to be in my divine process. And I want to say thank you to all of you. Wherever you were in the world, and if I touch your heart, glad I did. If I made you think about something, glad I did. If I made you get mad and upset, glad I did. I made you get inspired to go do something, glad I did. I made you go, glad I did. If I made you quit that job, glad I did. Did I make you go be inspired and go start something new for yourself? Glad I did. Yeah. Celebrate your flowers and your celebrations now. So we don't have to talk about you and say how good you are when you can't really hear us talking about you because you're gone. But yet you still can hear us in spirit world. So why not celebrate now? And that is Be So Light. Sleep tight. Much love to all of you lovelies. I'll see you soon.